going on, everybody? This is Noble, and today we're going to be doing the Blue Eyes Chaos Max deck profile. So, shout out to my buddy Steve for letting me use his Blue Eyes Chaos Max deck physically. I've been playing with this build a lot on Dueling Book just to see how it works, and I really like it. It just really turbos out Chaos Max, which is a great boss monster. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, guys, it was a lot of fun to play. It's one of the different builds for Blue Eyes. There's a lot of different ones, but I've really enjoyed this one, and the OTK tech that's in this is really crazy, and I hate it when he uses it against me, but without further ado, guys, let's get into this. I do want to say thank you so much for letting me reach 1,000 subscribers. After 6 months, that's absolutely phenomenal. So humbling, guys, and it's all thanks to you. I did decide I want to do more giveaways more often. I'm not going to be able to do like a massive one like I am at the moment for the 1K special, but I do want to start giving away chase cards and maybe some masks a few times a month, stuff like that, just to give back to you guys because y'all have been so great and things are really skyrocketing, and it's all thanks to you. Because you're liking these videos, they're going around YouTube. I've had so many people tell me that they're seeing my stuff more often, and it really is all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. I absolutely love you. Y'all are amazing. Let's get into this profile. So to start off with, we're playing triple Blue Eyes Chaos Max, of course. I'm sure you didn't see that coming. But so Chaos Max is like a staple of what boss monsters should be. What he does is you can only ritual summon, you ritual summon this card with chaos form, and must be ritual summoned, can't be special summoned by other ways. Right, but the really cool thing about this card is, like I said, he's a staple because he has the protection that's amazing. It can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, so you literally have to punch this thing in the face or get rid of it with some non-targeting or destruct removal, like Dingirsu maybe. And also, the really cool thing is if he attacks a defense position monster, it inflicts double piercing damage, which is absolutely insane because there's a tech card that Steve ran in here that we'll get to that in a bit, man, but that thing is crazy. It can literally win you, you don't want to, you want to put things in defense position because his attack is so high at 4,000, but you don't want to, and several times when I played against this deck physically, I would forget and I would put things in defense position and be like, oh, caught you slipping, like you did, because wham, all of a sudden I took 5,800 just because I'm stupid and put something in defense position. So next up, we're playing triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. I know, just full of surprises in this deck, right? I mean, I really don't know what to say. This is pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. Also running triple alternative. This card is really cool. It's literally easy to get onto the field. It can't be normal summon or set. It must first be special summoned by just literally revealing a Blue Eyes monster in your hand. Steve always says, I just want to let you know I have this, and then he'll summon alternative. That's when I know he has it, right? Because he says, I'll let you know I have this. You only special summon alternative once per turn this way. This card's name becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon while it's on the field or in the graveyard. And also once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. But if you use that effect, he can't attack for that turn. That's fine. Being able to get rid of a monster on the field, it doesn't even have to be face up. It can be face down. Just being able to pop that is really, really helpful. I've popped my neck. Okay. We're playing Devil Dragon Spirit of White. This one's really cool as well. It's always treated as a Blue Eyes card. This card is also treated as a normal monster or in the hand or graveyard, which is really helpful. When this card is normal or special summon, you can target a spell trap card your opponent controls, and then you banish it. It doesn't destroy it, it banishes. So that's really cool. If for some reason your opponent was running Silver or Calcos, you'd be able to out that. But then it also has a quick effect where you can tribute this card and special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, which is really cool as well. Because if your opponent targets it for something, you can literally just tag it out for a bigger monster. It'll be a normal. That's fine. It's not really a big deal though. We're playing triple the White Stone of Ancients. This card is phenomenal because once per turn during the end phase, this card was sent to the graveyard because it was sent there this turn. You can special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your deck, which is awesome. It also has the effect where you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard, and add it to your hand. And only use this effect of the White Stone of Ancients once per turn. I'm also running triple Manju of the 10,000 Hands because this is a ritual deck and this card is really cool because literally on summon this card adds a ritual monster or ritual spell from your deck to your hand if it's normal or flip summoned. Also running triple Kandal. Kandal is important because you can reveal a ritual spell in your hand and then special summon both this card from your hand and one incantation monster from your deck, except another copy of this card. And if this card is special summoned from the deck, you can add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. You only use one Invocation Kandal effect per turn, and only once that turn. But do be careful, because when you use this effect, it locks you out of the extra deck. The extra deck is not something that's really vital to the success of this particular deck, or the Blue Eyes Chaos Max archetype for sure. But do keep that in the back of mind in case you're wanting to go into that. Chaos Max is consistent and be able to come out But again, like if you wanted to go into extra, you do need to keep that in mind. Also running one Bookstone, what he does, you can reveal a ritual spell in your hands, special on both this card and another incantation monster from your deck, except another copy of Bookstone. And if this card is special summoned from the deck, you can target one ritual spell in your graveyard and add it back to your hand, and then same thing, he locks you out of the extra deck. And then Talismandra does the same thing, except when he's special summoned, you can add a ritual monster from your deck too. So that's actually it for the monsters, guys. If you wanted to run hand traps, you could do that, that's fine. Steve didn't run any in this build, and I literally copied his build and ran it on Dueling Book, and it really wasn't an issue for the most part. I haven't had one, but of course, hand traps are completely preferable. If you'd rather do that, you can do that, that's fine. So moving away from the monsters, let's get into the spells. So because this deck really relies on the boss monster, that's kind of what it circulates around in the main deck, we're running triple Extrav because the draw power is just stupid, because you don't really care about your extra deck. Now, there are great things in the extra deck, and there are like ways you can do that. But the draw power to go into your main focus in the main deck is really cool. And I do know Extrav is pretty expensive, so if you don't have this, you'd rather run, I about said triple Call by the Grave, but you can't do that anymore, thanks Konami. So if you'd rather run a Call by the Grave than maybe some hand traps, you could do that. If you really replace this with more generic hand traps, that's fine. Running triple Chaos Form, this card, self-explanatory, right? It's Chaos Max deck. This card can be used to ritual summon any Chaos or Black Luster Soldier ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field, and or banish Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equal exactly the level of the Chaos or Black Luster Soldier ritual monster you ritual summon. And this isn't a once per turn, it's not even a soft once per turn, so if it gets negated or something like that, and you have another one, you can activate the result. Also running Advanced Ritual Art, this card is really, really good. It just really turbos out the consistency of this deck. This card can be used to ritual summon any one ritual monster. You must also send normal monsters from your deck to the graveyard whose total level is equal to the level of that ritual monster, which is super, super easy in this deck, and that really helps us turbo out the consistency of getting max onto the field. Because this is a Blue Eyes deck of some form, you literally, of course, play triple the Melody of Awakening Dragon. Simple effect, you discard a card, then add up to 2 Dragon-type monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 2,500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. Also running triple Return of the Dragon Lords, this card just is really good, especially in this deck. Big Boy already has great protection effect built in. I don't like that glare. I like the way that secret looks. I'm gonna put it right there. But if they were to somehow were able to get out, you can literally just banish this from your graveyard and use a protection effect. You can target a level 7 or 8 dragon monster in your graveyard and special summon it, which is helpful. But then the effect I was talking about is if a dragon monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. And none of this is a once per turn as well. So you literally have extra protection into the graveyard on top of the built-in Monster Reborn as well. That's really cool. Running a Dragon Shrine, this really helps out. You send a dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then if that monster in your graveyard is a dragon type normal monster, you can send an additional dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. And that second one doesn't have to be a normal monster, so it really does help out with setting up your graveyards, basically like 2 Foolish Burials. Twin Twisters, just in case you have some trouble with some back row. If you want to play Cosmic Cyclone, you can do that. And then for the last tech thing, and this isn't like some super secret spicy tech, but it is a tech that really sucks for your opponent. Sheehan Spy. So this card is really crazy in this deck because what it does is you select a face-up monster on your side of the field to activate this card. Until the end phase of this turn, you shift control of the selected monster to your opponent. So literally when you have leftover incantations on the field, and you already have your Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon on the field, you activate Sheehan Spy, give your opponent the Candle or whatever that has 0 defense, and then you attack it, and then you win. Literally an OTK. Just say, hey, here you go. By the way, I'm attack that. Go ahead and scoop. I really hate this card playing against them. Literally, it got so bad. It's consistent. It's surprising how many times you draw this in your opening hand. It really is. He would just start laughing at me, can you get a Chaos Max? Before we even start, can you get us Chaos Max? He said yes. I'm like, do you have Sheehan Spy? Yes. All right, I'll go ahead and scoop. I mean, GG, because I literally know where this is going to end. So yeah, guys, that's actually it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. Now, like I said, the extra deck is super, super flexible because there's no real designated extra deck for this. So what I'm doing, and it's worked really well, I'm running double number 23 Lancelot. Now Lancelot's really cool because while he has material, he can attack directly. If he does battle damage to your opponent, I think it's pop a monster, right? Yeah, you target a face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And on top of all that, he has a quick effect Omnigate, a spell or trap or monster negate, just detach the material and destroy it. And, I mean, not destroy, excuse me, negate the activation, which is really cool. It doesn't destroy, but it is still an Omnigate. So attack directly, pop if he does battle damage, Omnigate. That's really cool. I really like this card. That's why I'm running double of him. I'm also running double number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord because he just has a monster negate as well. And I'm running double of him because I'm also running number 37. We'll get into that in a minute. I'm running number 38 Hope Harbinger for the spell negate. Number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon because he's really cool. He does some like battle phase stuff, but he is helpful to go into. And I'm also running a number 97. I don't know how to say this. I say Dragubolon, but that's not right. I think it's Dragubion. So what he does, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You detach a material from this card. Take 2 dragon number monsters with different names from your extra deck. Excuse me, I didn't mean number. I didn't mean Photon Lord because he's not a dragon. I don't know what I was talking about. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah. So you take. I'm going crazy. You take 2 dragon number monsters with different names from your extra deck and or graveyard, except this card, special summon one of them, and then attach the other one to his material. And then also for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon other monsters or declare an attack set with a special summon monster. You can only use this effect once per turn. And this is cool. And like I said, a lot of times, I mean, the big thing of this deck is it's going to try and turbo out max. So literally everything in the extra deck can be used as fodder for extra, or if you have an opportunity to go into it, that's fine as well. I'm running a Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. He's cool. 2 level 8 monsters, and then once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach a material from this card, target a face-up monster on the field, and this turn its effects are negated, but it's unaffected by the card effects. So just being able to have that negate, and then maybe being able to beat over it with max if you need to, or something like that, that's fine. Dingirsu, because his just on-summon, non-targeting, non-destruction removal is phenomenal, and I really love it. He's just a generic 2 level 8 Exceed. That's really cool. Moving away from the Exceeds, we're getting into the links now. Running a Almirage, a Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, an IP Masquerena, a Unicorn as well, a Burl Sword, and last but not least, a McKnight Crusader Avermax. Literally, like none of this is set in stone. You can change whatever you want any of this. It's been really working well for me. The times I needed to go into my extra deck, being able to do this really helped out. Especially with Crusader Avermax being like a $2, really cool link for boss monster as well. But yeah, guys, that's it for the deck profile. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is it's a really fun deck. Just being able to bring out like one of the best Blue Eyes cards with the great protection, double piercing, activating Sheen Spy, giving your opponent, giving your opponent that card and just attacking it, and bam, hey, GG, buddy. Like, it's a lot of fun. Being able to just really turbo them out is really cool. And also playing decks with their extra, it doesn't rely on the extra deck, is kind of refreshing, I feel like, because it feels like you have 15 cards where you can just kind of breathe and put where you want in this deck, because so many decks really rely on the extra deck now. So being able to freely play your extra is really cool as well. But yeah, guys, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're here and you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. I would absolutely love that. Hit the bell so you become a part of the notification team so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. And if you're here and you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate that. Thanks to you guys, I did hit 1K, but I'm still a small YouTuber, so it allows my things to circulate around more. I absolutely love it, and I love you guys. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next video.